G'day cobbers. Right on. Well, I'm here in Leh, the capital of Ladakh, and it's been a little bit of a journey to get here. It took us, dear God, 14 hours to get to Leh. I only got in here maybe after 11 o'clock last night, I think, and the road, multiple high passes, probably 3 passes over 5,000 meters, and man, I've done some pretty bad roads in my travels. Nothing is like that road from Stupa to Leh. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I've only just ventured out, but what I was getting told in Manali, it doesn't reflect what I'm feeling here right now. What a beautiful little place. It is probably outside of the Spiti Valley, the quietest town I've been in since leaving Port Douglas in Australia. Like, I'm in here's the main market, the main bazaar, and look, it's just like, I don't know, Rundle Mall in Adelaide on a Sunday afternoon. Ethnically, Ladakh is Tibetan, so Leh was kind of sitting on the trade routes between, well, Tibet, China, and Kashmir to the west. So people used to trade all sorts of things, and this was one of the trade route centres. And it has a lot of Tibetan people, obviously, but it also has a lot of Muslim people who came from the Kashmir side of things and Pakistan, and on their trades heading east ended up settling here. So it's kind of a diverse part of India. Look how quiet it is. We're lunchtime, 12:30, and I'm not fighting crowds like in Shimla or Manali, or God forbid Delhi. So let's check it out. Let's go into the old town. Hound dogs. Crikey, look. Look at this, it's like I'm really feel like I'm just wandering around Lhasa. What am I doing? Alright, it's just little tunnels. Dear God. This is like, why have they... This is where they put tourists. Once they wander down here, chuck them in a hole, block it up. Somebody's little face used to be sticking out there, and they're like, nah. Well, this is getting deeper and deeper. These little doorways, they're tiny. There you go. There you are, thinking you're in the middle of nowhere, tunnelling underneath the village, and you come to a French language learning film club, the French canteen. Have the French had a big impact here? Why don't they have an Australian learning cultural centre where we teach tourists to say G'day, Cobber. She be right. Struth. Flamin' heck. Or something like that. I've forgotten what I say. I've been out of Australia too long. There's another dog. It's a dog's life here. Stone the crows. Where are we going? The Himalayas in the background. Okay. Hello, sir. How are you? Can I get there here?
Yeah.
Yeah, up this way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Wow, look at this. So this is part palace, part fort. And any army trying to invade would just get lost in these tunnels. Well, he told me to go that way. So I'm going to go this way because this looks way more interesting. Where am I? Just locked. Okay, we've got a little signage here. The Onpay House. Hong Kong helped restore this. Good on ya. So they've had major restoration efforts in the old town. It's good to see that. I guess maybe individuals from around the world have helped chip in. I think that might lead me to where I came up from. So let's go back up this way. Thailand helped support the building of this one. Well, not the building, the restoration. Let's go back through this creepy tunnel. Oh, there's some creepy people coming through. Hello! Hey, you're not creepy people, you are nice people on a journey like I am. Trying to find my way. Let's go.
You don't want to go?
Oh, no!
Yeah, just be around. It's nice. You just go there, see that, and then you can go
On an exploration. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys on exploration?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay, right on.
enjoy.
Good luck. Hopefully you find it out of here alive. Wow, it's like on every couple of little doorways, there's little plaques. People helped to restore them. Liechtenstein in 2006. Wow, Liechtenstein didn't hang the door too well. Be asking for my money back. Let's carry on. Can you imagine living here, coming home after a big night at the pub, on the piss, staggering home? You'd never come out alive. Oh, I can't go up there, let's go down here. This looks like a dead end. Yeah, got phone connectivity as a telecommunications technician. Oh yeah, up to scratch, all good. Oh, hey, what's that white thing? Can't go any further that way, and I've alerted the hounds to my presence. So before they trap me in this in this alleyway, let's get out of here. What's in these little... Man, if a face just... No, I'll freak myself out. Imagine if all of a sudden a little face just appeared in the tiny window of another Australian that was here 10 years ago. They dragged them through the doorway and just locked them in. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like a little prayer area. A few little offerings here. No Kit Kat bars. They're not onto it here. This is quite a bizarre little town. I did not expect this. Not at all. Everyone that told me to bypass there was wrong. Hello, how are you?
Hi, fine.
That's good.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. They're wrong. Don't listen to people. Go and find out yourself. This is fantastic. Okay, we explored that little way. Look at these old buildings. Somebody washing their hair up there. Hey, we're onto it. We're onto it. The sound of that stuff sends shivers down my spine every time I hear it. I'm really getting those travel buzz vibes. The hairs on my arms are standing up. This is a special place. That was really enjoyable. I've just got myself a little seat. I sat up here at the base of this old Tibetan Palace and just listened to call to prayer with the views of the Himalaya, and it just sounded like the call to prayer was echoing back off the mountains. There's call to prayer now happening up here. Man, I'm in love with this place. Hello, doggy. How you going? There's the doorway. They push the tourists out. Wow. There's some massive stupa. I want to call it Stupa Chorten. Please let me know in the comments what it's actually called. But look at this. So it's 9 stories high, and you can just see why this thing is... There's a bit more call to prayer going. There's a little mosque just here. You can see why this was a fort. So apparently the royal family used to live at the very top, but imagine invading armies like they just face the sheer wall. And I don't know whether they use similar tactics like they did in Europe. You know, they'd use these little windows and holes for bow and arrow, I don't know, spears, because they did face warring tribes. This was built in the 1600s, I think somewhere around the 1630 or something like that. Here it is, still standing. But look how beautiful and green Leh is up here with all these, what are they, poplar trees? Perhaps? Birch? I'm staying up here somewhere. And then in contrast to the green of the trees down here in the valley, you can see on the mountains up here, they just look like massive 500 meter high sand dunes. It just looks like you could go sandboarding down some of these areas. And then up here, I can see a storm's happening on top of the higher peaks up here. So really, you know what, like, and I haven't been there, but one day I will. It's just conjuring up images of what I've built up in my mind somewhere like Kabul or Kandahar in Afghanistan looks like. You've got Kul Prayer, got all these mud buildings. Probably wouldn't have the Buddhist temples and things going on, but just the scenery going on. I shouldn't compare it to other places that I haven't been. That's wrong of me. I apologise. Leh is Leh, and let it be that. See what I did there? Anyway, let's keep adventuring around this cool castle, palace, fort thing. We're kind of learning together. It's an education. It's an adventure education. It's adventurecation. We're adventu'cating. How do you like that? Right. Let's not fall. This thing must, I didn't see it last night because I got in so late, but all around it, all these lights, this will look pretty cool lit up at night. I'm really not going the correct way around this. I'm taking the invading Mongol army route. Got to clambered up here, chucked boulders down. Get stuffed, you mongrel Mongol. I like that one myself. Get stuffed, you mongrel mongrel. Oh shit. If I was an invading Mongol army, I think I would have just taken that doorway or climbed up this PVC pipe. I'm at the back side of the castle. Luckily they built steps for the invading armies to just rest on when they came up from the little lakes down here. Oh, just take a respite. We've got a hell of a climb. We're gonna get on top of that there palace. Oh look, they've even given us a little doorway. Oh, they have given us two doorways. One of them might be tricksy. I don't trust these Ladakhians. Let's see. Just for clarification, I do not think invading Mongol armies had a Kazi bro accent. Although, I might be corrected in that. They could have. Well, this is a nice cool place anyway. But this isn't going to get me into the palace. This isn't going to get me seated in front of the king of there. I think this is getting me to the freaking peasants' toilets. I'm not going to climb up there. I'm all for adventucation, but I've had enough of scaling rocky cliff faces. Oh, you're nothing but a big pansy wansy, aren't you? You let a little bit of rock get in the way of conquering. It's true, I did. But not all castles were taken by brute force. Sometimes you gotta use your brain. That's correct. I'm dealing with a very complicated situation in my mind. Let's get back down this little path and find how we can conquer the great palace of Le. Bro. So, figured out how the Mongols got up here. They drove their cars probably and parked there. They didn't come up the way that I came. But I also worked out why they probably tried to invade it and scale the walls. It's because they charge us 300 rupees to get in here. And they were like, nah bro, I didn't bring my wallet, I left that back in Ulaanbaatar. I'm not riding all the way back there. So, rat-a-tat-tat, let me in. Enough of that. Rat-a-tat. Let's have a read. Story time will come later. They built wheelchair access for the invading Mongols. This here, let's use the stairs. So hello. Not allowed. Okay then.
Inside the palace.
Not inside, but here, yeah? I'm not inside yet. Okay. This here is the lion's gate. You can see the lion up there. But as you heard the man say, the rest I'll have to tell you about later on our Adventu'cation. But what I can tell you about it now was this got abandoned after an invasion, Dobra invasion I want to say, in 1840 it was abandoned, and it wasn't until 1980 that someone actually decided that this thing was important and decided to try to restore it. It's just amazing that for 140 years this massively important palace, the king's castle, just sat abandoned, just pigeons and goats in it. I don't get that, but anyway, thank God somebody did restore it. This was built at about the same time as the Potala in Lhasa, and in the same style. I'm assuming they paid the same architects. Maybe I'm making that up. Who knows? This is not Jake's made up Adventu'cation hour. So let's stick to the facts. The facts rule around here. Lion Gate.